the current Disney regime. And that is very.
Well, you can say anything about Jeremiah's, but surprisingly, Jeremy of Geeks and Gamers is more moderate and reality based than, well, his lunatic friends who are just frankly lying to people. So, the latest tiff in the Star Wars wars is that Lucas, wait for it, is a businessman, so he's backing Bob Iger to make money. This is a shock to 99% of no one who is living with reality, but good on Jeremy for calling out the idiots who are trying to make this something it's really not.
George Lucas. Ultimately, I think that a lot of people have gotten this idea that George Lucas has been in the background after watching the disaster known as Disney Star Wars. I guess people thought maybe he was rocking a MAGA.
Right. Lucas made a business deal. He didn't start voting for Trump. He didn't promise to destroy The Last Jedi. He didn't say, I will now join the Geeks and Gamers team to stop the gay and the black in Hollywood. He didn't say any of that stuff. But for years and years, these deluded maniacs have rewritten history where Lucas was secretly, in coded subtext ways, sending them Baby Yoda messages through telepathy. But good on Jeremy's like, guys, come on. Lucas, Disney, it's about the monies. Okay, so good on him. He's living with reality. I mean, we should be living with reality all the time, but there you go. So good on him for, separating himself from the more extreme, really radical nutcases. You gotta give him points there. But then he starts to do some of his own lying. Granted, it's weak, but it is still a little problematic.
Him. And again, I defended the prequels and I will still defend the prequels. I love the prequels. But he got a significant amount of hate for the prequels, including from the...
Well, it's definitely true that Geeks and Gamers perhaps is not obsessed with hating the prequels. That's true. However, to say that Jeremy has been defending the prequels, how, where, when, he hasn't done what Rick Worley has done. Hasn't even done what I've done. I've defended the prequels in a lot of videos, or even Anomaly Inc., who debated EFAP for hours and hours. Good or bad, prequel defenders, and yes, sometimes we're a little too extreme. We need to be a little bit more balanced. I agree. It's like the Snyder fandom. Sometimes we can be a little too enthusiastic about what we passionately like. However, there are many prequel defenders that have done a lot of research, a lot of videos, a lot of blog posts, just a lot of articles, just a lot of work to show people, no, there is much more going on with the prequels than you realize. What has Jeremy contributed to this debate? Zero. So where he gets off saying, I've always defended prequels. How, Jeremy? How? Hating Brie Larson? Hating Daisy Ridley? Hating Rey? How does that help the prequels? Don't know. So okay, so Jeremy gets one W for, living with reality that Lucas likes money. Okay, that's better than nothing. But it's a major L on the prequel front, because I'm like, really? Really? What have you done, Jeremy? I'd like to see some receipts there on you defending the prequels.
They are releasing. Does anybody at all find any of that interesting?